goes as we get underway in the NFL Pro Bowl. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC heading out on offense, and leading him is number 15 from the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, in his first ever Pro Bowl.
Get your tux, get your best suit. Let's head to the red carpet. NFL Honors is coming up, and he will be the heavy favorite to be the NFL MVP. And let's face it, we'll see him here at the Pro Bowl many times to come in future years.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about, if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are
that's caught inside the 20.
What?
A big play there for the AFC. 49 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. It's Hill, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the some of these guys to get on the same page because they've only been practicing together for a week, but these two, I think they're pretty familiar.
I would say so, right? You go back to OTAs, mini camps, preseason camp, games, the whole deal. They ought to know each other pretty well, and in an all-star game like this, key situation to find someone like that who you know will be exactly where you think they're supposed to be. Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The NFC offense taking the field, being led in blue by the NFL's all-time passing leader. 12th Pro Bowl nomination for the great QB from New Orleans, Drew Brees.
And you and I both know that this is not easy for him. It's fun to play football at any time, but you know he'd rather be preparing for the Super Bowl and still trying to get that missed call out of his head that may have prevented his Saints from getting there.
That's caught inside the 20. And touchdown! Michael Thomas, 71 yards. And the NFC QB's taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with Connor. The tackle made by the D-end of the Saints, Cameron Jordan. Time for a check of the starting offensive unit here for the AFC.
It's not often we start a game talking about an offensive lineman, but with Quentin Nelson, I absolutely have to do that. The rookie out of Notre Dame transformed not only an offensive line in 2018, he transformed an offense. In fact, he October of last year.
What?
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll run on first down. Connor trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Panthers' Luke Kuechly there on the tackle. A look at the starters defensively now for the NFC.
Playing in his 11th season in the NFL is defensive back Malcolm Jenkins, who entered with the New Orleans Saints as a cornerback before shifting back to safety, where he's had his best years. Terrific football IQ, tremendous tackler, can also guard receivers in the slot.
The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. This is the Rams' Todd Gurley, his 3rd Pro Bowl in 4 seasons. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. To throw is Breeze. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Here's the cream of the crop offensively, the starting unit for the NFC.
And coming off the season which saw him set career highs across the board is tight end Zach Ertz, who's been around for a little while, but continues to improve in every facet. In fact, last year, he set the record for catches in a season by a tight end with 116, and he thinks that he can match that number or surpass it this season.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he is in. Touchdown, NFC. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the AFC ready to go on offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
On first down, it's Connor, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. It's the AFC in possession of the football to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Gets it to Gordon. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta. New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots, but in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 51 yards. For Drew Brees, this is his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Breeze now. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken it really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start it.
And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the NFC adds on to their lead. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On 2nd down now, it's Conner. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run with Conner. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Myles Garrett of the Browns there to bring him down. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right. And that game was played out in L.A. in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then, they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27, MVP of the game. Quarterback Otto Graham, nickname Automatic.
Face mask, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Rosa's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the NFC on top.
The NFC looking to rewrite a little history as they lead this 2019 Pro Bowl.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Let's go.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over. Takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a third and long situation forthcoming. From the gun on third down, Breeze. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Todd Gurley standing by, and he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now the NFC going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They run the counter. Connor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game. And they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. J.J. Watt of the Texans there on the tackle.
95-56, 95-56.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the NFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he gets it to his KC running mate. That's Tyreek Hill.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 18. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told.
Breeze has had a nice day.
And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Good coverage that time by Derwin James. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rodgers, and he fends him off. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it is incomplete. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoff.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. There he goes, left side. And it's a touchdown.
I have like to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation,
right
we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Rosas good with the extra point. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. And he finds his Chiefs teammate, Travis Kelce. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On first down, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go.
The offense for the NFC back out there. And as it looks right now, granted you have to include the years where the legends pick the squads, but this NFC team is going to have a chance to come away victorious for the first time since January of 2013.
It's almost going to be like you hear in college.
I'll be back.
I don't see it must be in here. Okay. It must be in there. You want to be sure? Good.
Hello.
We hear the chant of SEC, SEC all the time because they take such great pride in their conference. I think you hear the NFC chant coming from those guys on the sidelines now. Would you say the first time since 2013? That's a long time for these guys, and they've taken a lot of ribbing from those guys in the AFC.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. Yards, and the NFC just continuing to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. A 4-play drive spanning. It's in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offense making their way back out. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Mahomes finding Hopkins for the 8. Mahomes to throw once more. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Now it's Mahomes again. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for second down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. From 10 yards out. And the AFC able to get a little bit more respectable. Well, we saw that tandem hook up quite a few times during the regular season, didn't we?
We certainly did, and it continues now in the Pro Bowl. You have to know that even if they didn't consciously plan it, you do try and find guys you're familiar with in a game like this.
This one fielded at the 5. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to